Good evening, my dears. We are about to start our online craft class that is dedicated to our COVID heroes. And this is the last in the thank you card making sessions. We are asking to send all your cards before April 17th. Hello. So we can deliver these cards to everyone who truly deserve to see our thank you and the love we want to express to our COVID heroes. So for today's class, meanwhile everyone is joining, I want to share what materials we will need. We will need a thicker paper if you're going to use the paints. If you prefer pencils or markers, just a normal paper also will be fine. Today I want to give you as much as possible the space for the creativity. As you can see here on my sample that I practiced before, I use different type of paint, different type of materials. For example, here I used the watercolor pencils. Here I used the watercolor itself. This is the different type of watercolor mixed with watercolor pencils, some acrylic paints. So as you can see, there is not much difference which material you will use, like the pencils, the markers. For example, here inside the faces I draw with markers. So there is no difference what type of material you will use. It's up to you, whatever you like the most, whatever you most feel comfortable with. Like if you like more paints, then use the paints. If you like more pencils and you have pencils, then feel free to use the pencils, the markers. So here I'm not going to tell you which type of color to use. It's up to you. The main idea, what I want to teach you today, is how to make the collage with so-called mixed media. So we will use a little bit of pen, paints or color markers or pencils, whatever you feel like more. Hello to everyone who joined us. I'm happy to see all of you, and please don't forget to send us your works before April 17, so we will be able to deliver all your works to our true COVID heroes who work days and nights to help us to stay safe and comfortable. If you remember last classes, we did also thank you cards. Last time we did the thank you with our hands. We said like thank you that much. And previously we also made some cute, funny cards using the trick of the spelling and pronunciation of the words. And today I want to teach you how to make the collage. Not necessarily you can use it only for the purpose of saying thank you to our COVID heroes, but in future, if you want to express someone the gratitude or how much you love someone or how much you are thankful, then of course you can use this type of the collage. You can experiment with different feelings of this collage. Hello everyone who is joining us. So my idea is to give you the tricks, the guidelines, how to make a nice work at the end. Hello everyone who is joining us. Amr, hi. Some of the works are inspired by a very close person to me, so this is one of it. And I will repeat what we will require for today's class. Hello. We will need just one piece of paper. If you're going to use the colors, it should be the thicker one, so it will be able to handle the water. If you're going to use pencils or markers, just normal office paper is enough. I prepared some brushes. I have here on my side some pencils and markers because I will explain. The collage that we're going to create today is here especially I try to use different techniques, different materials. For example, here on the top I have watercolor pencils, which I got as a present. Here I use just simple watercolors. Here it's a mix of markers, pencils, and I have an amazing brand of Japanese watercolors. And here on the slide number 4 I had a mix of acrylic paint, watercolors, pencils. So as you can see, anything will work today, so whatever you feel more comfortable, more convenient for you to use, so please feel free to use it. So let's start. I think whoever will join, we will repeat what we need today. And for this collage, because it contains of 4 squares, so we need to prepare first the setup of the squares. Because our paper is A4, so we need to create the square out of it. So I can see that this side is 19.3, so I need to make 19.3 on this side as well. Так, 19.3. 19.3. Так, let me move this one so you can see better. So I'm going to create a square that will be the base for our collage today. Later on you can repeat this technique for any of your friends, your teachers, maybe even your parents. Why not? As we discussed last time, there is a lot of people we can thank for helping to stay us now safe and comfortable. And now we need to divide it also into 4 squares to make it equal. I'm going to divide it into another half. Так, it will be 9.6. And here also 9.6. So the idea is to prepare 4 equal squares. Okay, maybe directly we will do that with the black marker to outline our borders properly. Okay, so we are good to go now. Before we start with the paints or with the color markers, I suggest we make a little sketch. So we will allocate where will be what, since I want to show how much love we have for all the people who are helping us to be comfortable and safe at home during this time. So I use the word love. Okay, so now I want to allocate this on the piece of paper where will be what. So we will start with the letter L. So here, actually, as I mentioned earlier, I don't want or I don't suggest you to follow me exactly. However, if you like my idea, of course, please feel free to join me. But I think you might have even better ideas to what to make inside this squares. Maybe that will be not even the word love, maybe it will be something else. I would be happy actually to see what will be your final results. once you share those in the posts or in the stories, please tag playart_UAE and in this together, hello, in this together UAE, so we can see and collect your works. And next week we are going to deliver them to all the doctors, to all the nurses, because they truly deserve to see our gratitude for their hard work. Okay, so I started with the letter L. You don't need to make it exactly the same. Maybe you want to have some your own of your handwriting. It's completely your creativity, which I appreciate. I'm sure you will be able to find maybe even better options than me. Then instead of letter O, I decided to make this medical device that is like representing the doctors and the nurses. And I made a letter O out of it. So maybe for the letter L you will find also something meaningful to make. Now I'm doing only the sketching. Of what and where I will allocate. And later on we're going to color it. But just to be more confident, I want to make first the sketch. Where will be what, so we can proceed with the coloring faster. Maybe you can come up with your own ideas. You don't necessarily need to follow my lines. So the idea is today to create the collage. We have the letter O. I hope you can see it because it's still with the pencil. And then out of the letter V, I decided to go a little bit creative. So I didn't put the letter V as itself. So I put the heart shape, which shows like letter V, and then inside I put the representative of the like different professions, like the delivery drivers. Let me show it this way: delivery drivers, the construction laborers, the nurses, the policemen, and the doctors. So again, if you have better ideas, please do so, and then don't forget to share with us so we can see your works. So I'm going to make the heart shape. So that will represent the letter V. And later on we will put this faces inside, or if you have some better idea what to do out of the letter V, please do so. I will remove some extra lines I don't need. And the letter E will be just a simple letter E. So I decided first to do with the pencil, to allocate the objects on the paper, so it will be easy for me later on to color and not to get lost. I think I'm pretty happy with my sketch. So check everything will be straight, the way you want it to be, that you will like it yourself in the first place. Okay, I think we are good to go. And here inside I will draw some faces. Okay, I also like to highlight some of the elements by the black marker, but again, it's up to you. You like it, you don't like it, you can use the black pencil, the black marker, because I want the elements that I'm doing right now to be a little bit more like outstanding. So that's why I'm going just to trace them with the black liner, and for you also it will be more visible. So I'm going to trace it all the way. Amr, can you be so kind please to check the and spell us the name of this medical device, because I know the name of it in Russian, but I'm not sure how it's in English. Hello, Anna. I would like to introduce you to Anna, who joined to us. She is the founder of the In This Together UAE group, and a woman with a big heart, truly big heart. Already I know her for some years, and it's not her first actually project where she's helping people. Okay, so I will remind you that I'm just going to trace a few of the elements just to make them a little bit more outstanding. So I would like to emphasize the attention. Thank you. The attention on these elements. Okay. And here we are going to make the faces. Yeah. And then the last one is the letter E. So whoever we have newly joined now, I would like to repeat that today we are going to make the collage with the mix techniques, mix media. In my sample before, I tried to make different options. I used the watercolor pencils, just the watercolor paint, another type of watercolor, just pencils, then the markers. Here I have acrylic paint and some markers as well. So whatever you like the most, whatever you feel like you are more comfortable to work with, so please use them. Not necessarily need to make mix of everything. Just sometimes, for example, for the small details, it's much easier to make, for example, it with the marker or with the pencil, because these tiny details sometimes with the paint even I find difficult to to make them. Okay, we are good to go. So I removed all unnecessary lines. And let's go to the fun part. We can finally start coloring. Before that, let's finish with the faces. Yeah. So I was making here the nurses. Yeah, we will make the red cross here. So we will identify our doctors and nurses. Of course, big smiles, as I like. And then our police officers, of course. Oh, thank you guys. Anyways, like I will not be able even to pronounce it. Stethoscope, yeah. Okay. That's nice to have some fun and to learn something new, right? Так, our policeman. And then I also made some construction labors because these guys still now they are working. And I made also the delivery guys in the helmet. Hello everyone who is just joining us. You will still be able to catch up, but anyway, this video will be available on the IGTV, on the YouTube channel also of the Play Art. I will upload them there. So that's why I told you for these small elements it's nice actually to use markers or pencils, because with the paint it might be like difficult. Okay, now we can go to the fun part of coloring. So here I use, of course, like my girly favorite colors like pink and red and lilac and violet, but it's up to you which color you want to use. Not necessarily you need to follow me exactly with those colors. You can go with the different ones, of course. For this purpose today, I'm going also to continue using the mixed medium. So for example, inside those elements, I'm going to use the pencils, and for the background, I will use the paint. If you have, guys, the paint like that in the bottle, so just use the palette. Yeah, you can put it here and continue using that one in case you don't have the ready color in the palette like me, which is not a big deal. So I'm going for the background, I'm going to use the paint, and for the inside the elements I will use the pencils. On the markers it will depend. This time I think I'm going to use a little bit different colors than I used on my training sample. I'm going to make it so you can continue with mine as it was here before, this pinkish lilac color. Here make sure that you don't go into the other circle, other square, sorry. So just to make the process faster, you can use still the pencils, of course, it's up to you, but just to make it a bit quicker, I will use the paint to make the background, and then the rest I will continue with the pencils or markers. The only challenge here is to stay within the one square, because they all have different colors. Again, this is my my idea. If you want to make them one color, please feel free to do so. I'm going to make it more smooth. Mine are watercolors. If you have acrylic, then please use the acrylic. There is no difference which one you're going to use. All of them will work. Okay, the first one is ready. The second one I will make yellow. If you want, guys, to continue with my first option with the red and pink and lilac, you're free to go with any colors you like, okay? So you don't necessarily need to repeat me. Okay. I decided to use the paint just to make the process a bit quicker. Try not to go out from the squares. If you're using different colors, try to stay within the frame. This is what we have already. The third one I'm going to make with just different shade of yellow, because the heart inside I want to make it red. Again, the challenge is not to go on the heart, not to go to the square. But I'm sure, seeing all your works already that you sent us before, that you are doing such a great job, that this task will be very easy for you. We would really appreciate if you will continue sending us the work of your cards. Please don't forget to tag in this together UAE, playart_UAE, so we can see your works, and then we will deliver them to all our Cobbit heroes. I'm sure they will be very happy to see what you did for them. Okay, already it's coming very cheerful. The last one, I will also make different shade of orange. I will remind you that today we're trying to use different techniques, and we call it as mixed media, because we use different types of colors. styles, we can see. Так. Here also I will try to be very careful. Not to go on the letter E, because I want to make a different color. I'm trying to avoid sharp borders, so I'm blending the lines where the paint meet each other. Ah, that looks already very cheerful. I like it a lot. So a little bit more. And we're almost done. Like, I hope you are enjoying the process. If you can put me some hearts. So I can see that you are fine with me and you are catching up with my speed. Okay, and we are done. So what we are going to do now, we need to fill out the remaining elements. I call them like decorative elements. So we need to make our painting even more beautiful. You can use this collage type on any occasions. But since today our subject is thank you to our COVID heroes, we are going to use to make the cards for them. I think this one is already dry. So what I want to make here, so I'm going to put inside the circles as the decorations. I hope you can see. Let me try this color. Now we will do the styling of the collage. I think this is one of the most fun part of any like drawing, any type of artwork that you're doing, putting some final touch. Here again, if you have any better idea which decorative element to put, please feel free. You don't need necessarily to repeat me. This is my vision. I'm sure you can do even better. Okay. Hello everyone who is joining us. I will repeat that today we are doing the collage with the mixed media with different techniques, different materials like paints, pencils, whatever you feel more comfortable. You can you can use. Let me show for the whoever just joined. I will show the initial training material I had. So we're going to do the collage where we transformed some letters into the objects, and we transformed the objects into letters. So here the heart shape represents the letter V and stratoscope represents the letter O. And we continue our coloring. Also here, because the background is a little bit pale, what I want to do is to add some heart shapes. Where is my red? The red marker ran away from me. Here it is. Came back. So here on the background, I'm just going to fill all over with the heart shapes, just to give it more pattern design. Oops. And again, if you want to do something else, please feel free. You don't necessarily need to repeat me. This is only my vision of this collage. I'm sure you can do something even better. But then don't forget to share with us so we can see it, and then we can deliver that to our COVID heroes. Last class we discussed how many actually people already there outside helping us to stay safe. So we named all the doctors, the nurses, the pharmacist, the security guards, the police, the laborers, teachers. We even mentioned our parents, mom and dads, and we said thank you to the UAE government for keeping us safe in these times, because it's very, very important to follow their guidelines so we can go out faster. Like this one, I'm just going to add a little bit of touch by the marker as well. I will use the gray one to imitate the steel. And for this one, I will use the black, because sometimes they have it black color. Okay. And by that we can actually make it even more colorful. If you have any ideas or suggestions to me right now, you can also ask your parents to text it to me so I can see it now. Maybe we can do it already right now. Why not? Okay, our letter O is ready. I like it a lot, but to be honest, I don't like much the letter L. So what I'm going to do, I want to emphasize it with the orange pencil inside to make it more obvious. If you have markers, you can use markers. If you want to do that with the paint, you can do that with the paint. So here today in this class, I have no limitations for you. You can use anything you like the most. So that's why we call it mix media, because here we are combining like the materials that you might think that cannot be used with each other, but still we are using them. For example, now the normal pencils over the watercolor, and I think it looks nice, no? It gives, some kind of special touch for these things. Tak, I like it. It looks cute. Thank you for your hearts. Seems that you like it as well. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for your hearts. Okay, so let's go now to the hearts. Of course, I will make it red, and I will use the pencil. So try to be very careful not to go on the faces of the people. Guys, please don't forget to share your works with us, yeah, because we are aiming. Yes, we have some fun doing these things, but we are also aiming to deliver these cards to the real people, to our COVID heroes like doctors and nurses and policemen. We seriously are going to show these works to them. So please send them to us or post them in your stories and tag playart_UAE in this together UAE, so we can deliver these cards. So the people who actually now are working, they will see that we're not just sitting at home, but we really appreciate that we are at home and they are on the front line trying to protect us, to make us safe, and to make the country recover faster. So I'm really serious on these things. We are going to deliver, and then you will see those posts on our Instagram page and this together UAE. So I'm really counting on your support. I'm sure that I can rely on you in these things, and you will definitely support me and send your works. Because I'm sure that when you receive something nice from your friends or from your parents, it makes you very happy, even if it's a small thing, even if you bought you just like a simple chocolate. I think it's a very nice moment that the parents actually, for example, they thought of you, that you like chocolates, and they bought it for you. But these cards doesn't cost us anything, but for the people who will receive them, that will cost more than $1 million, because they will understand that we appreciate a lot what they are doing for us these days, that we are sitting at home and these guys are working days and night. So that's why I'm really counting on your support. So you will send me your cards, and we can say our big thank you and show our love for these true heroes. Meanwhile, I'm done with my heart. I think it looks good. The combination of the red and the yellow looks very nice. Thank you for your comments. I'm happy you like it. And the final one, we have letter E. What I'm going to do, maybe we can Так, here I wanted to add I'm a person who can sit for hours and make all these small tiny details. And here I suggest I will do opposite. I will put the circles outside and the hearts I will put inside. This is what I'm going to do here. So I'm making them in a mix order. So it will look nicer. Again, you don't need to follow me exactly of what I'm doing. If you have better idea of what to do, then you're most welcome. Just don't forget to show it for me. And the circles I will make with acrylic paint before I use the watercolor. Now I will use the acrylic. So I have a big tube, so I'm going to put a little bit on my palette. And I'm going to make just white circles. Just, to fill this empty space, so it will look nicer. Hello guys who are joining us. We're almost done, but you still can catch up by watching this live for the next 24 hours. It will be available, and then we will upload it also into IGTV. And please, your works, we are waiting before April 17, so you still have few more days. Maybe you will come up with your own idea. You don't necessarily need to make it exactly as I'm doing. Maybe you are my young geniuses, have some better ideas. And already from some of your works, I saw like amazing results. You guys are wonderful. And thank you very much that you share our idea for this campaign. Please keep up, keep sending us your works, because I personally think it's very important to say thank you for those who are working for us. Because it's always nice to realize that people appreciate your work, that they appreciate you. It always makes people feel better. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to say thank you to our COVID heroes, who are our true heroes these days. So how do you like our collage with this mixed medium? Так, you can see me properly. Okay, I think that should be enough. I need to stop, otherwise we will stay till the morning painting these dots. So let me again remind you the idea of this mix media and the mix collage, that I wanted to teach you today. The idea that the materials that you have at home, like paints and pencils and colors, can be mixed. Then you can create this amazing collages out of words, transforming them into objects, and then transforming objects into words. For example, in this case, I used the stethoscope, to make it letter O, and then out of the heart I made the letter V. So I hope you liked it, and we will see you on Saturday. Please share with us your works, tag in this together UAE, playart_UAE also. We would be happy to see your works, and then we will deliver them to our COVID heroes. Thank you very much for everyone. I was really happy to see all of you, and see you soon. Bye bye.